Hi, welcome to my tutorial on how to find equivalent fractions. If we have a look, what we've got here is I've got two fractions shaded in here. This one has got half of this section shaded. So this is 1 out of 2, or a half. This one here has got two sections shaded out of a total of 4 sections. So this we could say is 2/4 or 2/4. But what you should be able to see is that clearly the same amount in area of each shape is shaded. These fractions are equivalent. So a half and 2/4 is exactly the same amount. Now to see how we've done that, if we have a look at this, if I times a half by 2, I times the numerator by 2 to give me 2. I times the denominator by 2 to give me 4. So as long as I times a fraction by the same amount on the top as what I do on the bottom, the fraction becomes equivalent. If we look at this one here, this is again a half, it's the same as that one. This time we've got 3 sections shaded out of a total of 6. Now let's look how I've got from this one to this half. What I've done this time is 6 divided by 3 gives you 2. So as long as I divide the top by the same amount as what I divide the bottom, my fraction stays equivalent. So what we can see is as long as you multiply top and bottom by the same amount, or divide the top and the bottom of the fraction by the same amount, the fraction stays equivalent. Let's have a look at these 3 examples then. What we've got to do here is we've got to make an equivalent fraction where the denominator on this new fraction is 27. So what we need to do is look at what's happened to the 9. What have we multiplied it by to get to 27? Well, if you think 9 times 3 is going to give you 27. So as long as I multiply the top by the same as what I multiplied the bottom, the fraction stays equivalent. So if I multiply 3 by 3, I get 9 over 27, which is equivalent to 3 9s. Look at the second one. This time we've got the denominator missing. Let's have a look at what I've done to the numerator this time. 8 times 3 gives me 24. So again, I've times the numerator by 3 to get this new number on top here. So as long as I multiply the bottom, the denominator, by 3, my fraction stays equivalent. And 3 times 12 is 36. The final one here. Got our denominators here. We need to find this missing numerator. What have I done to the 7 to get it to 35? Well, 5 7s are 35, so I've times the denominator by 5. So I now need to times the numerator by 5 as well. 4 times 5 gives me 20 over 35. These two fractions now are equivalent.